Lagos, the nation's commercial capital. This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Bimbo Oloide.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, House of Representatives hold public hearing on financial impunity and recklessness in government. Speaker Aminu Tambuwal advises on probity and accountability. Former Speaker Gali Umar Naba challenges politicians to produce evidence of an agreement reached with President Goodluck Jonathan on second term. Lagos government launches home mortgage scheme for low and middle income earners. And European Union economy loses at least 120 billion euros annually owing to corruption.
At our business news tonight, the federal government plans to introduce fish import policies aimed at supporting local fish production in the country.
And on sports news tonight, top South African clubs apply for signatures of Super Eagles players following their spectacular performance in South Africa.
The Speaker of the House of Representatives expects that the creation of the National Financial Intelligence Agency will help check the reckless manner in which public officials manage public funds to the detriment of the country. Alhaji Aminu Tambuwal was speaking at the public hearing organized by the House Committee on Drugs, Narcotics and Financial Crimes. Most of the agencies and civil society organizations that attended the event supported the bill, saying it will also help curb the challenges of money laundering and the financing of terrorism.
Consequences of the reckless and cavalier manner that public officials and civil servants manage public funds. Today, billions of naira go missing in this country every year as a result of mismanagement and outright theft of money belonging to the Commonwealth. We believe that this level of financial impunity is possible because of dubious accounting procedures and the lack of specialized agencies that are able to get facts and details of this intricate web of corrupt practices and ensure that the perpetrators are successfully prosecuted. This bill for an act to establish the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Agency will no doubt help in rectifying the deficiencies in our financial system, especially the sheer number of loopholes that make it possible for people to perpetrate massive fraud and go unpunished. We want to move our nation from the prevailing system whereby only a select few is privy to a complex way that money gets moved around in this country, and so they could hide under the shadows and perpetrate all kinds of scams.
The former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Gali Naba, is challenging those claiming that President Goodluck Jonathan signed an agreement to restrict himself to a single term to come out with proof to back up their claims. Speaking on a Channels television program, View from the Top, Mr. Naba said although it is important for people to honor their agreements, he is not privy to any document suggesting that there was any agreement.
Up till now, nobody has ever given me or shown me any document to suggest that that was what they agreed with President Jonathan. And I thought that that kind of documentation is unnecessary as far as I'm concerned. Anybody has the right to contest to become the president of Nigeria, wherever he comes from. But what is very, very important is that when there are agreements, or when there is an agreement, that agreement must be upheld, no matter the pain. Because if we don't learn to honor our agreements, we are not men of honor. So wherever there is an agreement, it must be honored. But in this case, none of us has been briefed after the primary elections of 2011 by anybody about the process, these governors followed in giving their votes or in asking their delegates to elect Goodluck Jonathan to be the party's presidential flag bearer. If there is an agreement, whether it is written or unwritten, it must be honored. And if there is an agreement, since the governors are not the people, they are supposed to be representative of the people. So if they had an agreement with anybody with respect to the rights of the people have the right to know there and then.
The House of Representatives has opposed the lawsuit filed by the People's Democratic Party seeking to stop federal lawmakers in the House from effecting changes in the leadership of the House on the ground that the court lacks jurisdiction to entertain the suit. At the resumed hearing of the lawsuit, the lawyer to the defendant argued that the People's Democratic Party lacks the locus standi to institute the action, since the House has not infringed on any section of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The defendants also asked the court to dismiss the suit, saying it is incompetent and a gross abuse of court process.
It was the resumption of legal fireworks as lawyers to the Speaker of the House of Representatives and members of the House challenged the hearing of the suit filed by the People's Democratic Party. One after the other, lawyers to the defendants told the court that the plaintiff's suit is merely speculative. They argued that the party lacks the locus standi to file the suit since the party is not a member of the House of Representatives.
What we are saying is that the action here is an abuse of court process. There is a pending action in the sister court, in the same federal high court, of which PDP is the fourth defendant, asking for the same release. Their release 1 and 2 here are on all fours with the release over there. And we are saying, why bringing in this? And in any case, what they are asking for, can they actually ask for it?
Lawyer to the plaintiff, however, insists that the People's Democratic Party is only trying to protect the interest of its members by filing the suit to preserve the positions occupied by members of the party in the House.
All the papers have carried it. Some members of the House, Bajamila and so on, have said they are going to remove the leadership of PDP. It's not a threat, and I continue to say so. The law as of today is that you don't wait until the hammer's knot is tied around your neck. By that time it will be too late. You just pull the rope and you go off. You don't, under the Constitution, you don't need to wait until the thing you are afraid of is done to you before you complain.
53 lawmakers are opposing the suit. Justice Adetokunbo Ademola Adeniyi adjourned the suit to the 14th of February to enable lawyer to the plaintiff respond to the preliminary objection filed by the defendants.
And former Vice President Atiku Abubakar today formally declared for the All Progressives Congress, APC, in Yola, the Adamawa state capital. At his declaration, Alhaji Abubakar told a large crowd that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has failed the people of Nigeria and that the APC offers the needed change. Present at the event are the national leader of the APC, Bola Tinubu, the interim national chairman, Bisi Akonde, and former presidential candidate of the defunct Action Congress of Nigeria, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, among others. In 2006, Atiku Abubakar left the PDP for the Action Congress and ran as presidential candidate of the AC against Musa Yar'Adua. He was defeated in that election. Alhaji Abubakar later returned to the PDP in 2009. Now, they say there are no permanent enemies in politics, and that appears to be what's playing out in Ogun State's APC right now. The warring factions of the party have now closed ranks as the party's registration is just about 48 hours away. In Abeokuta, the state capital, Governor Ibikunle Amosun has convened meetings of stakeholders in order to sensitize and mobilize them for the registration process. First was the meeting of leaders of the party, where members of the factions were present, before a more general meeting of party supporters. Governor Amosun is asking for unity of purpose among the leaders of the party and supporters.
And foundation must be well built. Every day we are talking about this, that is very important that we register. Today we have met everybody is our registration.
In part 2, after the break, President Jonathan meets service chiefs, reminds them of the challenges of tackling terror. That's coming in a moment. Do stay with us.